Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's Jerremy Newsome with reallifetrading.com. Hope you're doing amazing. We got ourselves the SPY on the boards, and what we're looking at today is a very cute high wave candle. And my analysis this morning is I'm going to be pretty patient on the fade today. The reason I was patient and I did not fade the SPY is because it was an incredibly strong gap. There's a lot of people who are bearish out there right now, and being bearish on the market, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying this gap up is definitely trapping some people who expect it or want it to roll down. So we expected some bulls to come in. They did, and I did not play the SPY bearish today. Although tomorrow I'll be very interested to see what we get, because you have a nice little high wave candle. And this gap will fill. You can go ahead and mark it on your calendars. I said it today. It will fill. The question is just when. I don't know exactly when, but I would assume it's going to happen before September. Either we trade up and then we rotate down and then we bounce, or we just fill it tomorrow and then we bounce. But overall, this is exactly what both Ricky and myself have been saying was going to happen on the broader markets. Quick drop, rotate higher, rotate back down, and a little bit of a bounce. So we'll find out. Tomorrow morning, if we gap up a little bit, I'll probably expect a little bit of a fade. If we gap up again strongly, let the bull train continue, realistically. And of course, if we gap down, I'll probably just expect the gap to fill and then look for that party to continue. We exited a nice trade on KRUS today. This was a new IPO that we played bullishly and we scored for a decent little win. We got triggered in on this day, August 12th. My buddy Yates actually got filled almost at the exact low of the day on this candle. This is one that we've just been simply tracking for the last few days, and we had a really good gap and go yesterday being Friday, of course, and just had a nice gap today. Good move. So we exited KRUS on the swing trade level for a little bit of a win. So that was nice today. We also played Pinterest, P-I-N-S. Pinterest we played today as a bullish gap and go. The whole market, most of the market were white candles gapping up. So looking at bearish candle gapping up, small little bearish candle gapping up today was Pinterest. And we did win small on this Pinterest gap today. As far as a trend is concerned, I don't know exactly what's going to happen from here. But what I can say is we do have positions in Pinterest, both Ashley and myself. And it could come back to 30, right, and fill the gap and then get a little bit of a bounce. I think this is kind of worst case scenario on Pinterest. Right now, you had a gorgeous gap and go out of a little bit of a consolidation pattern. The moving averages are looking good, and we did make a new all-time high on the 12th with decent volume. So realistically, just going to keep an eye out for some bullishness to continue. My target on Pinterest, $37.87 before October gets here. And overall, just looking at that bull train to continue. Apple had a beautiful day out there, up 2% and some change at one point during the day. But it is Apple. It is at a really incredible, strong resistance, which is around this 215 level. Here's the weekly chart. And again, the weekly chart, you have it's really one of the stronger stocks out there is Apple right now, just relative to the broader markets. But trading into a big resistance, most people who are in Apple are getting into some collars with some covered calls up here around the 230 area, snagging some protective puts. And you can see my buddy Scott McKay has a 180 put sale on Apple. He actually had a few other ones that have both been purchased back for a profit, but a 180 put sale, nice and far away, cute little level. And I'll just be interested to see what we get on Apple. I had a few people request Qualcomm today, QCOM. And Qualcomm is up 2% as well today. This was also a nice gap on Qualcomm. You gapped above the high of this candle. You gapped above recent resistance. Right, you had that one white soldier from yesterday being Friday, of course. So realistically, Qualcomm is just kind of grinding neutrally bullish to sideways. So it's a longer term blue chip type of stock. Here's the weekly perspective on Qualcomm, and the weekly perspective looks good. Overall, it's a little sideways. It's pretty blue chippy, but looking at it, I'd have to say buy the dip. Trend looks nice. You do also have, could argue a decent little triangle of some kind. So here's some lower highs, something like this. Here's some higher lows, something like this. And give it another week or two, I think we could see a little bit of a surge and a bounce out there on Qualcomm. Also had TSEM requested. TSEM Tower Semiconductor. Weekly chart looking like a double bottom, and a lot of people have been asking me about this double bottom, and I do think that it is double bottoming. There's a lot of semiconductor companies I think that have some upside potential left in them. Nvidia, Micron, Lam Research, WDC, Seagate Technology, Tower Semiconductor, all of those look like they're forming some form of double bottom or accumulation down here. So yes, if you're buying it, since it's a weekly double bottom, it's going to take months before it starts crushing higher, if it even does. So if you're playing it, you're most likely playing it with leaps, shares, but you're definitely having a longer term perspective on this one. Alibaba today, I missed this one 2 times actually, and I can live with myself. Both setups were relatively phenomenal, but I did not get a chance to trade them just because they were really, really aggressive. Let me show you what we were looking at this morning in the morning day trading room. So this was Alibaba, and before market open, I'll actually come and show you my analysis before market open. So this was pretty much my thoughts before AM. So before the market open, I was like, guys, this is an absolute perfect distribution phase, a little bit of a channel up here. So if we're playing it on BABA, look to go long down here at this support, but wait for a trap first. So probably buy it around there with the stop down here somewhere, and then you would look to get out around here somewhere. Don't take the breakout because it's going to be very, very far too obvious. Plus, it is a retest gap anyway. So if you are selling up there, you're probably selling either a long trade or you're getting into a new bearish position with a stop up here. That was pretty much my analysis this morning, and that is precisely what plays out. Entry there, and then just pops right up into that zone of about 178.50. That would have been an R&a realistically for a bull trade, and then a bear trade, obviously, you could have really, really smoked it hard on Alibaba. So from here, big picture, a few traders have an iron condor on BABA, which doesn't expire until next Friday. So not this upcoming Friday, but the next one. Robert Falco has a 160 put sale on Alibaba, and at this point, I mean, the earnings were phenomenal on BABA. I mean, just absolutely gargantuanly gorgeous. They have 2.5 times more active users than the population of the United States of America. Hashtag math. So that's a lot of people. And most likely expecting BABA to trade a little bit higher. A bunch of noobs will hop on at that point. Then we'll probably rotate back down to some degree and then get a little bit of a bounce. I'm pretty sure the bear call spread will be fine. I'm very confident the bull put spread will be fine. But only giving it 2 more weeks. I can easily buy it to close if we need to. But right now, Condor looking pretty good on BABA. But I do expect some buying to come in down here. Watch this one. She's strong right now. All right. What else did I have requested today? Twitter, TWTR. Twitter on the weekly chart, slowly grinding. This is a trends line that I have drawn here on Twitter. Trend is slowly getting pressed down, but I do think eventually it will pop. Twitter is going to be one over the longer haul. If you have some shares in it, it probably would be pretty fun to play this one bullishly. This is what the monthly chart looks like. And the monthly chart, you can see we accumulated down here. We had a double bottom. We've only been out in the markets since late 2013. And all things considered, we're still pretty flat. So if and when Twitter can start breaking above and breaking out of some of these downward forces, I think you're going to have some good propulsion higher. The daily chart on Twitter, right now you had a nice gap. We have an unfilled gap area right around 39.36, which is showing some strength. So the trend right now on Twitter, bullish to neutral over the longer term. Buy the dip. Very fun to see some of these gaps that came out today. Here's Canadian Solar. We did get triggered in on half a position on Canadian Solar on a breakout. And there's a possibility I might just take a super small win on that one and then reset up again later on another pullback. Or I'll just leave both of them open just to find out what we get on Canadian Solar. But you did have, in my overall opinion, a pretty good gap today just to find out how it's going to move. Keeping my eyes on it. Nice lower shadow, good inside candle, high wave move, bearish yesterday. And Yeah, feel free to keep your eyes on Canadian solar. Looking pretty good. There's tons of things we're going to look at over the next few days or weeks, but man, I'm really pumped up. Just a quick reminder, myself and one of my good business partners, friends, mentors, trading buddies, Matt DeLong, we're going to be headed out to Salt Lake City, Utah, actually Snow Basin, Utah. I'll be leaving Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. for this guy. So it's called a 29029 Everesting. So I'm going to go out and climb a mountain 13 times, which will be the physical equivalent of climbing Mount Everest, minus all of the, physical hardships, like, altitude and making it negative 25 degrees. So it's going to be an absolute incredible challenge. I did this this weekend. I did 30 miles uphill this weekend. Both ways to school barefooted. But anyway, I'll be leaving for that on Wednesday morning. So you won't see me Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. Brad and Blake will be taking over for me then. But I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, I'll be posting some really good videos or images or pictures from that event. So I hope to see you all there. What else do we got? Oh yes, so this Donors Choose project that I posted, this one did fill up. So we got the classroom filled up. So congratulations and thank you for everyone who donated to this project. It's a great opportunity to enrich some lives from all around the world. So those who have a gorgeous heart and beautiful dreams to inspire the children, thank you for filling up that donorschew.org. All right, folks, I will be back at some point. Might have a free stock review on Tuesday. I know my buddy Ricky Kadan will be posting a really good review as well in the next few days. I don't know exactly when I'll be back, but keep your eyes tuned. Keep your inboxes peeled. I got some really cool content coming your way and some great, exciting events upcoming. But right now, we're going to just keep crushing life together and enriching lives. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. You are all amazing, and I will see you later. And until next time, love life, trade it. Bye.